Here is a K-LITE or K-LITE or however it's supposed to be pronounced energy saving bulb. This is a 65 watt equivalent to incandescent using only 15 watts. It allegedly lasts up to 8 times longer than a standard light bulb, and it allegedly lasts up to 7 years. So it's a floodlight kind of thing for like a recessed can or track lighting, etc. So according to the box, we have an incandescent versus fluorescent comparison, and it claims that the incandescent bulb that's rated for 65 watts only outputs 550 lumens and lasts 1,000 hours, whereas the fluorescent bulb outputs 730 lumens using only 15 watts and lasts 8,000 hours. That's not probably very accurate. 550 is a little low for a 60 watts bulb, and I would be surprised if this actually outputs a full 730. That's a little bit towards the higher side. The brightness of the bulbs can vary from brand to brand in shape and color, whatever, but as is often the case, these specs are a bit exaggerated, and in this particular situation the rating for the incandescent bulb is deflated, and the rating for this bulb is likely inflated or exaggerated a little bit to try to make this bulb seem better by comparison. Unfortunately, there's definitely accuracy issues with some of these products. So this says it costs $1.81 per year to run. What does it say? What the cost of based off 11 cents, which by some miracle is actually what I'm paying right now. So this would be accurate if I used it for 3 hours a day, which is pretty unlikely. Contains mercury, which is typically the case with good sources of light, with the exception of incandescent and halogen. It's Energy Star rated. Oh, great, Energy Star. And it has this chart here, but doesn't say where this one falls. For indoor use in track lights and recessed fixtures. 2700K warm white light. So that would be the standard color of incandescent bulbs according to the box. Which I also tend to doubt that it actually is comparable to an incandescent bulb. It could be. You know, sometimes these bulbs, these off brands are kind of a hit or miss. Sometimes they're fantastic and sometimes they're just awful. So this has got more diagrams claiming that it lasts up to 7 years and 8 times longer than a regular bulb. On the back it says, as an Energy Star partner, Uninex International has determined that the enclosed compact fluorescent light bulbs meet the Energy Star guidelines for energy efficiency. And then it discloses the fact that this product may cause interference with radios, cordless phones, televisions, and remote controls. If interference occurs, move this product away from the device or plug into a different outlet. Enclosed fixture required for outdoor use. This device is not intended for use with emergency exit fixtures or emergency exit lights, photo controls, electric timers, and dimers. Warranty 2 years through Uninex. I don't know what Uninex is. Never heard of it. There's a website, www.uninex.com. And it says not to use it on dimers, which I can understand, but what's wrong with using it with photoelectric controls like a daylight sensor or electric timers? I don't see what's wrong with that. And the lighting facts as if it was a piece of food. Alright, so let's open the bulb itself. I paid $1 for this at the OK Will. $1 of bric-a-brac. What the heck is bric-a-brac anyways? Now at least with this one, it looks like the packaging is all cardboard. I'm really bothered by any alleged energy-saving, planet-saving product that comes wrapped in plastic film and copious amounts of it. This is fine. This is all cardboard. That's certainly not reassuring. So the bulb itself says contains mercury, K-LITE, 730 lumens, 15 watts, model FE-R30-15W, 2700 Kelvin, self-ballasted lamp. I don't see a date on here. Okay, so this is kind of funny. It says use only in dry locations, not for use with dimmers, it says on the box. And then it says not for use in totally enclosed fixtures, not for use where exposed to the weather. 2112. But then here it said an enclosed fixture required for outdoor use. Minimum starting temperature -5. Doesn't really ever get that cold around here, maybe once a year if that. Now, as far as I'm concerned, a recessed fixture might as well be an enclosed fixture, as is track lace depending on how it's set up, because all the heat is going to just get trapped up at the top of the ballast anyways, and it's going to be very similar to conditions created if it was put in an enclosed fixture. I would suspect that this is probably a product of the 2000s. That's when these were kind of becoming popular for the first time. A lot of flashy packages and cheesy advertising was going on. We might get a really pink startup on this one because these are sometimes made very cheap and did not have enough mercury, and so it has a very pink color when it starts up. Nope, I don't see any pink color in the person. Although there's something weird about the top of this. It's actually not even flat. You can almost feel that what you're seeing there, that weird, like it looks dirty. It's just, I guess it's just imperfections in the way that it was flowed or whatever. So this is not an instant on. Well, it came on instantly, but it's going to take some time to get started. As you can see, the top of the tube is not glowing yet. We're testing on 119.4 the volts. It's pulling 0.22 amps, 15 watts with a power factor of 0.56, which is pretty abysmal. It's starting to get pretty bright now. That didn't take too long to warm up. Turn the rest of the lights off here. So in the camera it looks like it's still not all the way up the brightness. I can't look at it directly in person anymore. It's become too bright. So actually I'm pleasantly surprised. The quality of light is pretty comparable to incandescent. Coloring looks right. There's no weird flicker or anything like that I can detect. Nope, I can't detect any flicker. See, do we have banding in the camera? No. The camera does not detect any flicker either. So there you go. Case in point, some of these weird brand bulbs are actually decent. As far as the brightness is concerned, I actually do think that it's pretty much about a 60 watt bulb. It's about right. And the color rendering is very good. All these different screwdrivers here. The colors are coming out good in person, and they're coming out good on the camera. Yeah, this is actually very good color rendering. Well, this bulb is a pleasant surprise. Of course, the power factor is just awful, but it is what it is. Yeah, now the whole tube is glowing. So it did have a warm-up period, but it wasn't that long. Now that it's operating, power draw is 0.22 amps, 16 the watts. The power factor is 0.61. I thought the power factor would go up a lot more than that, but it does not seem to have. It's definitely an instant on tube, but just because it strikes instantly, that doesn't mean that it's instantly at full brightness. The top of it's getting pretty warm already. Ballast is ambient temperature. So overall, it's not a bad bulb. I could definitely use it. Will it last anywhere near the claimed lifespan? Maybe, if it's set up like this where the ballast is at the bottom and it's not short cycled all the time. But if it's set up like this in a recessed can where all the heat from the tube just accumulates up at the top of the ballast, I really can't see it lasting very long like that.